Greetings. I am a representative of the Anti-Sinite movement. These videos are not edited. They are AI assisted and read from script. Today's subject is falling short. God said, "We have all fallen short of His glory." This is because we all have sinned. The Anti-Sinite movement is designed to bring us back to glory by living sin-free lives, by our practice of God's commandments. We Anti-Sinites are pleased. We are pleased that God did not say we have fallen far away or far off. He said we have fallen short. The phrase fallen short suggests that humanity is within reach of God's glory, but has missed the mark due to sin. It implies hope and potential for restoration. This resonates with the Anti-Sinite movement, which seeks to guide individuals back to God's glory by living sin-free lives through the consistent practice of God's commandments. By saying we have fallen short, rather than fallen far off, it emphasizes that despite our sins, we are still close to the divine standard and capable of being restored. The Anti-Sinite way sees this as an invitation to reclaim that closeness, aligning with God's will by actively choosing righteousness. Practicing God's commandments bridges the gap between where we are and the glory we were meant to embody. It closes the gap between where we are today and the glory we were meant to embody. The process of returning to God's glory becomes a journey, not of reclaiming something lost in the distance, but of regaining something just out of reach. Emphasizing personal accountability and daily commitment to a sin-free life. Through this, the Anti-Sinite movement offers a pathway of hope and empowerment, where God's grace allows for transformation despite our past shortcomings. The notion that we have fallen short rather than falling far off also emphasizes God's mercy and proximity, our closeness and proximity to God. It means that no matter how deep into sin a person may have fallen, are not beyond the reach of God's grace. We are not beyond the reach of God's grace. This aligns perfectly with the Anti-Sinite belief that returning to God's glory is possible for anyone willing to submit fully to God's commandments and live a life free from sin. The Anti-Sinite movement, through strict adherence to God's laws, provides a tangible way to move from having fallen short back into alignment with God's will. It emphasizes daily vigilance against sin, seeing every action, every behavior, every thought and decision as a potential step closer to God's glory or moving us further from God's glory. Either way, with every step, we potentially move closer or further away from God's glory, depending upon our decisions and the way we move and proceed through God's divine law. This practice not only purifies the individual, but also serves as a testimony of God's transformative power. By recognizing that we are not far from God's glory, anti-Sinites embrace the responsibility to close the gap through conscious living. Conscious, righteous living. This pursuit is not burdensome, but is viewed as a joyful reclamation, a reclaiming of the relationship with God that sin has disrupted. The glory we've fallen short of is still accessible. This journey back to God is marked by ongoing baptism, a cleansing of mind and body, keeping the individual in a state of readiness to fully experience God's glory. Peace.